today? Let's see. Did I figure it out? I was struggling with Restream before. I think I got it this time. It was giving me some trouble today. Come on, YouTube. There it is. Okay, we got it. Alrighty. Yeah, we're getting into a lot of heavy stuff today. So if that's not your flavor, it's not going to be the whole stream. And I'm going up early just because I know that there's a lot to talk about, and there's quite a few topics that a lot of people probably want to discuss, and we'll see where it goes from there. Um, but if you guys still want to tune in and you want some of the more fun and just comfort side, you can totally just show up later when we're just playing some woo while we're doing some artwork and just relaxing. So if the heavier topics are not your cup of tea, the latter half of the stream will probably be a whole lot more just relaxed and normal. But I feel like I needed to talk about stuff and give some people a little bit of hope and let people, you know, find connection and comfort through these things because the internet has completely conditioned us to think that it's wrong to talk about things. The internet has completely convinced us that we need to constantly wage these silent wars and talk about nothing and say nothing about how things suck right now. And no, like they call it whining, they call it whatever they want, and they say all sorts of things and condition us to believe that it's wrong to say anything about it. And I think that it's totally okay for people to feel hopeless. It's okay for people to feel these things because it's hard right now. And these problems, regardless of what you think, God, you know what I hate? I hate the people that will sit there and tell me that because of like whatever situation I'm in, or because another country is doing worse, or other people are doing worse, that any of my problems are not valid. I hate that shit. And it happens to every one of us. It happens to all of us because, of course, there's always someone who's less privileged than we are. So we have no right to feel this way. Or we have like some kind of thing that somebody else doesn't have. So it devalues our problems. No, it's so stupid. I hate that shit. I hate it so much. Everyone's problems are real problems. And the first thing to fixing them is always acknowledging them. We can't get anywhere if we're not allowed to talk about things. And it makes everybody feel even more isolated and cut off from the rest of the world when the world tells them that they're not allowed to open up and criticizes them and judges them for doing so. It's stupid. And it doesn't just happen to any one group, it's everyone. Everyone deals with the same shit, and no one's allowed to say anything. So, I want to open up today by saying that we all are all going through a lot of shit. And I am someone who thinks that it is totally fine for people to talk to me, whether on stream or in Discord. It's fine for people to feel this way. It's fine for people to look for comfort, but it's also okay if we want to have days like this where we just talk, you know, and we just be people and we acknowledge the fact that things are tough right now. Hey Asuka, welcome in. Good to have you. Today's a bit of a heavier stream. If you're here for that, welcome in. Feel free. But later today, if you want to still tune in or you're interested, later today will probably be a lot more chill. So just a heads up. But it's not anything like super, super dark. But I know that a lot of people feel lonely or especially isolated around this time of the year. I'm one of those people. So I'm just trying to kind of give us a little bit of comfort and hope, because I know a lot of people can use it. Um, I've got this constant weight. And I feel that a lot of us can relate to this, where, like I was saying, the back and forth battle that I have to wage between the motivation and undying passion that I have for what we do, and the community that we've built, and all the people around me, and all of this stuff, all this crazy love and passion and positivity that we have going around, versus the unbearing, undying, sinking feeling every time I see all this stuff around the world and I have to ingest the internet. All this existential dread and all these things that you can think about, mental health, all this stuff, like it's hard. It's hard to deal with. And while it's not getting to me, I would say it's not necessarily getting to me. I'm feeling okay. I'm not bad. Like, I'm doing good, guys. Don't misread it. I'm doing fine. Um, I feel fine. I feel better than I ever have, but I'm still tired because dealing with these kind of struggles take so much emotional energy that it's physically taxing on your body. It is actually like it has a real physical uh effect on you. It does. Just because your emotions are something that your brain is dealing with doesn't mean that it doesn't take energy to do that, you know? It absolutely does. That's why when we're hanging out with extroverted people or when we're dealing with conversations like today, it eats up that energy so quick. That's why these streams can be stressful for a lot of people and why I always give a heads up because like, you know, a lot of people don't know how to deal with that. So, and that's perfectly valid. Yeah, that feeling, yeah, everyone's feeling it, man. Everyone is, regardless of where you are. We all are. And there's nothing wrong with that. The first thing to helping people get through that and giving us a little bit more motivation and kind of sway like tipping the scale towards the other side, you know, is to work together and talk about it and, you know, open up to people and make friends and make connections and just be human because genuine human interaction can do a lot for someone. I mean, shit, man, it's why I stream in the first place because it does so much for me. And if it's doing this for me, then I know that it's doing it for other people. You know, I have no idea how much effect I have on you guys, but you tune in every day. So I can only assume that I'm doing something for you. And, you know, that's worth something. So, yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily know what I'm supposed to do to tip the scale, but I guess today's stream is a way to find that out and just talk about some stuff. And honestly, you know, a lot of the problems that I used to have in the past, I've just kind of forgotten about, you know, and I don't really deal with anymore, which is crazy to me. Like I'm just not I'm not used to this amount of positivity and change. Like this is the first time because of streaming that all this stuff is happening. It's wild, man. It's absolutely wild, and I think that's part of the reason why. It's because, like, while I think it's crazy to me to think about because I've only ever had to fight battles on one front, and here I am now dealing with positivity, which is another it's adding even more force to something that I didn't ever have to deal with before, you know? If you know what I mean? Like, mental health is something that I've been battling for God knows how long, but like I've only had to fight and process that front. Now I have all this positivity and change going on in my life, and with change comes uncertainty, and now I have that, and it's like I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. I've never had to do that before, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just you can understand why it's a lot to process. You know, it's a great thing. It's just it can be very scary, and it can take a whole lot of energy that I'm not used to giving for something like that. So, you know, I never really realized it until I started, like, thinking about it, you know, a lot and processing everything. And also, why won't my Wuthering Waves start? My start screen is bugging the hell out. I'm just gonna have to start Wuthering Waves from my downloads file. That's weird. I've never had to do that, but whatever. Yeah, let me get the game loaded up. I wanted some gaming in the background to make things a lot easier to talk about. Makes things a little more comforting for me, and I'm sure you guys too, to have something in the background, you know? God, where is it? I'm looking in my files. I need to sort this shit. I Oh god, I'm so disorganized. I'm so glad you guys can't see my downloads folder because it is not organized at all. There's exe files in here, there's video files for my clips that I'm gonna make this weekend. There's all my, like oh my god, there's so many exe files from all my editing softwares and stuff. Ugh. Where even is Wuthering Waves? Oh, it's a Steam game, that's right. Oh my god, it would be in my Steam files. I'm so stupid. Good lord. I've been doing this for 2 years and I haven't figured this out. And I could just search it from Windows. What am I doing? Wuthering. Or maybe I can't? Oh, come on, Windows. Your thing. Alright, who hates Windows? Me. Oh, man. Thank you, Windows, for giving us unlimited reasons to hate you. What would we do without you? Where the hell are my WUWA files? Why am I even having to start this from my... Okay, I got it. There you go. You heard that. I got it. I'm gonna crash out if it doesn't start. My YouTube stream doesn't have crash protection. If I have to stop it, that just stops there and they just have to deal with it. Thank God. Okay, it looks like it's loading. Jesus. All because of Restream. Multi-streaming is a pain in the ass, guys. You know that? It's a massive pain. It really is. Alright, I've got the game open. I'm just gonna let that load. While it's loading, give me a second. I'm gonna put my jacket on because it's cold in my room. I took a hot shower, so I didn't think to put my jacket on. Any psychos in my chat take cold showers in winter? Have you ever tried that? It's horrible. Don't do it. It's supposedly really good for you, but like, you know, obviously, why would you do that to yourself? That just sounds horrible. And it is. I've tried. They say that running cold water over your head at the end of a shower can even do a lot for your hair. And I'm like, oh my God, I should be doing that, but yeah, I can't do it. Unless it's summer, I can't do it. Ugh. Got a big old fluffy jacket now. So I'm happy it's in the 30 degrees. I mean, man, imagine I was dealing with all this stuff during summer, depression. Oh, like at least it's we're in winter now, right? Thank God we're in winter. Yeah, like these things are totally normal for people to deal with, and I don't understand why we're not allowed to feel them. I don't get it, man. I really don't. Like, no wonder people feel so lonely and isolated. It's not that their problems are any like it's not that their problems are invalid or anything, or that they have necessarily like any serious issues. It's just that they're not allowed to talk about it. It's crazy how many problems can be solved by simply talking to people and building connections. It's actually crazy. Oh, is my Patreon thing not working either? Oh no, it is. Okay. I just There we go. Let's get some gaming in the background. Makes it a lot easier for me to process stuff too. I mean, you guys can probably even tell I'm uneasy about it. I had a million thoughts and I thought I had everything out, like lined out in my head. I had everything planned out in my head, and as soon as the live button goes up, you know, I just completely forget all of it. But gaming helps me like collect my thoughts, you know. While we talk, we'll be farming Geoshellin because I need to get a defense set for my Tauki. But anyway, like I had a million things to say, and here we are. But I think that's okay. It means that it's already helping. If I can't even remember why I was upset in the first place, and we're already only here for 20 minutes, you know, already it's helping me a lot just to think about it and talk about it. Stops my head from going buck wild. I think, oh, I know what I wanted to talk about today. The main thing was that I think the main reason why I've got such this oppressive force, it's not just because of the things happening around the world. It's not all that stuff. It's also because being a streamer comes with issues that most people don't know about unless they actually try and do it. The only way that you know about these experiences is from those who, like the very few who choose to talk about it, and those who actually try it, you know? That's the only way you can know. So most people have no idea what streaming actually entails and the cost that comes with. It's a very, very mentally taxing job. It very much is. It's so much emotion and that's why that's why I think that it's so easy for me to get so exhausted because I'm not just dealing with the internet and we're all on the internet, we know how bad it is. I'm dealing with the lack of certainty, and that in anything is already bad enough. But when you have to dedicate so much time and energy and all of this and money for a lot of people, like myself, you have to dedicate so much time and money to do it, and you're never going to be certain. Nothing is certain. I can do a million things right, and I could still take forever, like a lifetime, to get anywhere. Like you don't know, you don't know. There's some great, great content creators out there that have been doing it for like 8 years, and they still haven't gotten anywhere. You know, so like there is no certainty. There is no one right answer to streaming that's going to definitively give you success. You have no idea. In other words, there is no light at the end of the tunnel with streaming and content creation in general. There isn't, and you can only hope that there is. And that's a lot to handle when you have to dedicate so much time and so many resources into doing it. And nobody talks about it. And I'm afraid to admit it, and I feel like the main reason why most content creators are afraid to talk about it is because they'll sound like they're whining. People will complain and say like, "Oh, you have millions of followers. Oh, you have all these things. You know, ooh, you're successful. Ooh, you make all this money and you just have to play games all day," because they don't understand the full scope of it. They will devalidate the person's problems and make them feel bad for even mentioning it. So I feel like that's part of the reason why, or at least the main reason why most content creators don't talk about it. It's yeah, I can't believe it. I really can't. And you know what? Screw those people. I don't care. If people judge me for talking about stuff, they can say whatever they want. I'm a confident enough person and strong enough person in myself that I don't give a shit if people are going to judge me. I really don't. You know why? Because there's a very simple response to it. It's called the ban button. It's really, really easy. Or I just simply ignore them. They don't matter because you know who does? The people who connect with and really appreciate what I do. Those are the only people I care about. If people want to judge me for saying stuff and talking about mental health and they want to make things like say things about me and say that it's wrong or whatever they want, they can say whatever they want. I don't give a shit. I do it because I I know that there's other people out there that are a lot like me. I know there's other people out there that feel this way, that have their own problems and they want to talk to people, but they just don't know how. And they got ostracized if they do by their friends, by their peers, by their family members. It's wrong. It is, and no one's doing anything about it. Especially now, it's so important. It's so important now because you know what? I go on the internet and I see so many people that I wish I could help. I see so many people that I wish that I could talk to and just tell them, you know, everything that I'm saying today and let them know that it's perfectly okay to feel the way they do. And these problems of theirs are completely normal and they're totally valid, and why they might be impossible and they may be challenging, and I'm never going to tell anybody to just pick their head up and or say that it's easy. I'm not going to say that um anything about whatever they're going through because you know what, at the end of the day I have no idea how hard something is for someone. Everyone deals with problems differently, and even if someone has the same problem as someone else, they might handle it completely different. Everything is unique, you know? You can't ever fully know what someone's going through. But you can admit that everyone has problems. Everyone struggles. And it's perfectly normal to feel that way. No problem is more valid than anybody else's at the end of the day because we can't ever know how bad it is for someone. We can't. But we can at least give everybody else the courtesy and respect to assume that everyone has it just as hard as you do. and it's okay to talk about. There are healthy ways to discuss things like this, you know, and just be there for people. And you know, I wish that I could be there more for people. I really do. I wish there was more that I could do for people because I hate feeling the way that I do, and I hate dealing with all this stuff on my own and not knowing how to talk about it. And I hate that I feel like I'm the only person that I can talk to about it because I don't have a whole lot of creator friends that feel this way. You know, I don't have a whole lot of creator friends in general, and most of them just don't even think about it. So, you know, I don't really have anybody that can relate to these things or just talk to me in general. Everyone's so busy. The ones who can talk are busy, you know, dealing with their own shit, and it's hard. And there's nothing wrong with me feeling that way. The best thing I can do is just say, you know, hey, there's this amazing, loving, passionate, deeply connected community of mine that are totally okay with talking about stuff, you know, and helping each other. And maybe other people, maybe a few people out there, maybe a lot of people out there. I don't know. Maybe some people connect with this. Maybe it goes somewhere. Maybe it doesn't. But at the end of the day, at least it helps me. And that's the only thing I should worry about. At the end of the day, my main goal of conversations and streams like this is to help myself. Because if I can help myself, I can help other people. If I only ever stream for other people, then I won't spend any time on myself. So I always keep myself first, but that doesn't mean that I don't do this with everybody else in mind. And today is very much about everyone else. So many people struggling with work the same way I do. So many people struggling with financial, so many people struggling with school, with mental health that they can't fix, with physical health that they can't treat because it's so damn expensive. There's any number of problems, and like, what do we even do about that? And if people feel hopeless, I totally get it. I totally do, because I'm here every day making content with no certainty that it will go anywhere. I do all this stuff without any like definitive light at the end of the tunnel. So one could say that sometimes I feel hopeless. Sometimes yeah, I admit, sometimes I do, but I don't let it get to me because I think about the possibility, you know? I think about all of the things that could come from success. And I tell myself that if I keep doing what I'm doing, if I keep helping people, if I can help just a few people and a few people connect with what I do, then why can't more? And it's just a matter of continuing to do what I do and just, you know, making content that I really enjoy and improving myself and my streams, connecting with people. If I just keep working hard, that things will work out. But naturally, I'm going to struggle with the thought that maybe it won't, you know? Ultimately, that's a feeling that everyone has with anything. I think it's especially true about content creation. Um, and creators just not being able to talk about it, like, it's ridiculous. It's such an important problem, but nobody ever admits it or talks about it because all of the negative stigma around doing so. There's just all this negativity, man. Like, how are we supposed to deal with it? We did not evolve to deal with this amount of stimuli and information and constant emotional stress. We did not evolve to deal with this, and yet here we are constantly consuming thousands of hours so quickly. So many problems from people we'll never meet. So many things from different parts of the world that just don't affect us that we constantly hear about. Just constant negativity and drama and emotional stress. Like, how are we meant to deal with that? What do we even do about that? I mean, the answer that people nowadays have is just completely disconnect, take some time. And obviously, that's what I do. It helps, but it doesn't fix the problem. It doesn't fix the inherent problem. It just helps cope with it. And coping is important. We should know how to do that. And I was going to say, disconnecting for a little bit every day and turning everything off or just not using the internet entirely are really good things you can do. Reading books, journaling, um, just self-care in general, and trying to use the internet as little as possible and staying away from short form content and AI, especially now, is a big problem. Um, I know everyone's worried about it, me especially. Like all these things, just staying away from it in general. Everyone knows are things that you can do to help, but it doesn't fix the problem. It doesn't. And people just saying like, "Oh, don't, oh, you're just whining. Oh, just it's not that big of a deal. Oh, it's, you know, whatever." Like all these excuses, it doesn't fix the problem. If only it makes it worse. Like ignorance doesn't fix the problem, and people should absolutely be allowed to talk about it. Like how do we deal with all this? I mean, I think the simple answer is just allowing people to feel this way. It's a good start, for one thing. Encourage the internet to open more people to more resources and places where they can talk about it. Discourage this like negative stigma. Try to shift the common misconceptions about it. You know, spread more awareness. Allow people to talk about it. Give them the resources and the places to do so. You know, build connections and turn content creation into what it used to be. I feel like content creation years ago, especially on YouTube, was just a bunch of people that were making videos in their backyards or on their shitty connections and whatever equipment we had and just making content. Many people on consoles just with the worst quality, and it was just so unique and passionate. And I feel like creators back then, the ones we grew up with, just a lot of them, I mean, I won't make any jokes, but a lot of them still make content, and they all miss the time when it used to just be people just being themselves. We didn't have all these problems that we have now. And of course, like roasting to glasses, everything, hindsight is 2020, everything's gonna look better. And of course, YouTube had its problems back then, but it wasn't as crazy. It feels like things were just simpler, and content back then was way more passionate and less money and goal driven. It was just about just making content and just having fun with friends and building community and just being people. And it's like that kind of content is discouraged now. What, like, hello? What happened? Didn't we all grow up on that stuff? Like, when did the internet starts like discouraging that? I don't normally talk about this stuff, and I try to stay away from it because I keep my streams as a place for people to find comfort in. But I find that there's a level of comfort that people can find from streams like this, where they're allowed to relate to whatever I'm going. They're allowed to relate to each other's struggles and find some kind of solace in it. Because I can't help you with whatever you're going through. I can't fix your problem, and I can't um, do more than I'm doing, but I can at least be there for you. I can at least listen to whatever you're going through. I can at least be just a person on the internet, you know, a human being. Not judge you for whatever you're going through, not like, you know, compare you, not say anything about it, just be there and say, "Hey, I feel this way too," or "Man, that's rough." You know, what else? Are you okay? You know, and just talk. You know how many people don't have that now? You know how insane it is? The loneliness epidemic is crazy, man. It really is. These silent epidemics that we just have to just deal with and most people just don't know about, that everyone feels. And yet the internet is so misinformed because of all the negative stigma. What happened, man? What happened to the world? What happened to the internet? It didn't used to be like this. And I don't talk about these things just you know, to acknowledge the problem. I talk about it because objectively, I want to know what I can do. I don't just talk about these things to give you guys some kind of hope or some kind of comfort. I want an answer. I want to know what I can do to fix this problem because it's my job as a creator to make content and create a space where people can make connections and be themselves and find comfort and entertainment. That's my job. My goal and my job with content creation is to inspire and connect other people. That's what I want to do. I want to help other people, and I want to know how to do that. If talking about things is the first step into doing so, and connecting with my audience this way is the first step to doing so, then it's worth a shot. I have to try things. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if like how people will respond to this. I'm going live today with the goal of obviously helping people, but I don't know what it's gonna do. I have no idea. I can't know if I don't try, you know? So ultimately I want to come at this with a question, I think, for all of you. There's obviously a light at the end of the tunnel. There always is. Whether it may seem like it or not. Whether you know that it's there or not, there always is. Things always can change. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen. But you can encourage it. You can push for change. Sometimes it's out of your control and you can't make it happen, but you can at least try to push it in that direction, right? You can at least make small waves. And something might happen. At least, if I can't change the world and I can't change the internet, I can at least change my community. I can at least change my part of it. So that you guys have a place where you feel like you can be yourself and talk about these things. And find comfort and connect with each other through the good and the bad. We're human beings, guys. At the end of the day, that's all we are. So, I guess my question for the day, and for all of you, is what do I do? How can I change my content to better help all of you? What can I do? What would help all of you? How can I do that? Should I do maybe sometimes where I just like give you guys an open time to talk to me off stream and hang out one-on-one, maybe community nights where we just decompress or just, you know, get away from it? Would community nights help? I haven't done those in a while. I haven't had a reason to, but if people need like a day of the week where we can all just pop off stream, off camera, and just do stuff, you know, just do something, whether it be talking or watch me go do something or play games together, whatever it is. What can I do to improve my content in a direction that would help all of you. Because it's not just about entertaining you, it's I want to help you help yourself. Give you the inspiration and motivation and strength that you have to get through whatever it is you're getting through.
一緒に戦おう。ほっや
Because it's the turn that I want my content to make, and I've been making that shift over 2 years and
や
trying things and just finding
新罰
the path at which I want to do long term to help all of you
はあ
and build this community into something beyond just playing games and cracking
一緒
jokes.
に戦おう。どうしよう
Because to me, it means a lot more than just that. To me, it's a place where I can talk to all of you like this, and I can go and make friends and know all of you as a person, you know, not just as a viewer.
運用流説
Because I'm friends with a lot of you. I feel closer to a lot of you. And that's not like parasocial to say. That's not
気をつけます
that's not weird. It's we're all people. Like what's wrong with that? You know?
一緒に戦おう。悔い改めてください。
There's this just bridge of uncertainty and discomfort that I want to cross. And I'm trying to find how.
光の結晶よ、恩寵をお与えください。インペラトルの名において戦争を挑う。
I look at like creators like Markiplier. He's like one of my biggest inspirations, and I see this connection and all this love his community has for him, not just as a creator but as a person, and they all tell him how much they helped him, and he just absolutely loves that. And he has built it for years. I understand. I've only been here for 2 years. You know, it's gonna take a lot of work, but you know, I want to know the right direction. What's the best path to take to helping all of you, to building that connection? You know, is it just doing what I'm doing? Do I even have to worry about it? Like, am I just overthinking myself? I genuinely might be,
一緒に
honestly.
戦おう。
I overthink a lot.
顔を信じて私の声を
I might be just fine. Oh, thank you, Asuka. Glad you're still here. I haven't scared you off, it sounds like. I might just genuinely be overthinking everything. I mean, I do that a whole lot. That's probably something you guys can relate to. Takes more than that to scare you?
進化をお見せします
Well, good to hear.
静粛に
Yeah, ultimately, I really wish I could do more. Like, dude, I see so much stuff happening to people, so many conversations, so many things that happen as a result of the internet, content creation, mental health,
一緒に
and like as a creator, as an inspiring person, as someone who wants to help people and change the world in some way and leave a mark, you know,
それ
it hurts that I can't do anything about it. You survived more than 12 years of chronic depression and you're still here. Yeah, I don't know what year I'm on, but it does feel like it's been forever, huh? Yeah, and I'm proud of you for making it. I'm glad that you're still here, that we can talk about it, because I know you and me and a lot of people that feel what we do, all they need is a conversation. The amount of change that I've been able to inspire some people who felt like they had nothing, who felt like they couldn't talk to anyone, and they stumble upon my stream, and then weeks later they tell me because of one conversation, because of one stream that helped them, they were able to get a job, get a girlfriend,
茨の道
get
だと
through
して
whatever it is, you know, get through a loss of a parent or something.
決
I've had that, yeah,
光よ
not a lot of people, but like the few, I remember every conversation I've had with people. I remember everyone's names. You know, I remember every story you guys tell me about whatever it is you do, whatever jobs you're getting, whatever school thing you're getting through, whatever health thing you're getting through. I remember all of it. Every one of you. Because it's the most important thing to me. It's the biggest reason I stream. It's why I wake up every knowing that I helped a few people. Because if I can help a few people like that, who says I can't help more? You know? And that connection I built with all of you. That feeling of being able to inspire you to do something great, and being able to hear you tell me about it and be proud of yourself and be proud of me for growing, and just have this growth together and share that. It's something I've never felt before, but I never want to lose it. I want more of it. I want to do more. I feel like I have so much potential. I see all the creators we grew up with, like Markiplier, having this insanely unique, loving, passionate community. So connected. So big, and yet somehow almost just as connected as ours. And I see that and I'm like, I want to do that. I want to help those people. Sometimes the tiniest thing can be the catalyst. Exactly. Like I said, tip the scale. Here I am fighting this impossible war in myself and dealing with this hopeless uncertainty and fear of the future as a content creator, but also the passionate, loving community I've already built, having so much potential to turn into something truly amazing. Like my idols and like the people I'm inspired by. The communities and people they've helped and that they've built, and all those connections, and the friends that I've made. The potential it has versus the uncertainty. It's scary. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot for me to process and can come to terms with, you know, that I might just be wrong, and none of this will turn into what I think it will, you know, or something bad will happen. I don't know. And the chance that all of it goes away, like that fear that I have, I don't think I'll ever be able to get over that, you know. That fear is so real. Not knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, you know, not being able to see it and doing everything I possibly can to try, and never ever being able to know. Like what? Oh. Thank you, Asuka. I'm glad that I'm able to reach you somehow. Yeah, don't mind my soundbite. That's just my friend absolutely having a stroke. It's the most hilarious soundbite ever, and I love hearing it every single time. Oh, it's so funny. Actually, Ubisoft devs is spoon pot water. God. When you could, would you want so much that you could do anything? God, that meme is archaic now, isn't it? You ever have that dream that would you I have that dream all the time, yes. Oh man. I don't know. I think that I see all this negativity and all this hopelessness and all this mental health and stigma and everything that I see on the internet and people that I talk to, and not being able to do anything about it, it makes me sad and it breaks my heart and it pisses me off. I'm angry that I can't do anything about it because I know that I can and I feel like I can, and I just don't know what it is that I need to do to make that happen. And I feel like I'm on a track, but I can't be certain, you know, and it's just like, ah, it's the uncertainty, it's the fear of the future that gets me. I'm so lucky that that's the biggest problem I have. I'm incredibly lucky that that's the only issue I have. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't suck. God, it doesn't mean I don't hate it. Of course I do. I hate that feeling. It's the worst feeling in the world. And not being able to talk to anybody about it. And, you know, not having anyone that knows what I'm going through. I feel like I'm just, like I'm the only person that understands what it's like. But I know also that that's probably wrong. And if I just talk to people, I'll find people that are helped by whatever I say, you know. And even if you guys don't understand, you still care. You still care a lot as people, you know. And you have your own problems, and you know how it feels to deal with everything by yourself. Because we've all been taught and conditioned to, oh, pull up your bootstraps, oh, just bottle it up, just deal with it, you know. Oh, it's all in your head. Oh, there's people in the world that have it worse than you know. Oh, you're a guy, you're supposed to be stoic and strong. Oh, you're a girl, you're being emotional. That shit's so stupid. I hate that. I hate that. I don't think people are like that as much nowadays, but it still happens. And it still pisses me off. As if being emotional was bad. But you know I'm right, Asuka. You know I'm right. You know, we all do. It's ridiculous. The internet's been around forever now, and we still treat it like we're just not allowed to talk about things. That it's wrong to do so. And I feel like YouTube back then and content used to feel like it changed that, but something happened now that we're all older and all the new content creators that we grew up with, and now that we have to deal with problems and we can't just sit and watch Mark or Jacksepticeye or whatever all day. You know, now we have our own problems. Now we're all older and they're older. So something in the internet changed. Something happened between the early 2000s and like 2016 that just changed everything for the worse. And no one acknowledges it. And especially nobody does anything about it. You know what? I want to bring that kind of content back. That's what I want. I want to use VTubing as an avenue to create a character completely inspired by myself that is just an artistic representation of everything about me and, you know, whatever I'm going through. And use that so that people have a face to connect to and can see and understand and possibly help themselves. And know that they're not alone in how they feel. Because loneliness is the worst feeling in the world. I don't think anything beats it. Maybe child labor. Or not child labor, the wrong one. Maybe like birth is the worst thing. I don't know. This is an emotional issue, but maybe childbirth. That's the one. Labor seems pretty bad. I would never know how that works, but like, it seems pretty bad. Maybe that's the most painful thing in the world. I don't know. Loneliness is pretty close second at least, right? It's pretty bad. At least we can all agree.
どうか私の声を
Can't say that I like it. It seems intense. Yeah, it do. It do. God. Have I gotten the freaking turtle I need? I've been grinding this whole time and I haven't gotten a single defense main stat turtle. I'm gonna crash out. I've been grinding this damn turtle this whole time. Oh yeah. Oh, defense on health set. Ooh, that's so nice. That's great. Thanks, Wuwa. Oh, another defense main stat on health set. Ooh, that's fantastic. Thank you so much, game. 2 defense stats, and they're not on the set that I want. Sorry for about what you're about to do.
ええ
Stop. Why'd I have that? You know what's funny? I only just saw the original clip of that sound, the original streamer who made that sound, like a couple weeks ago. And I don't remember exactly where I saw it, but like I think it was like a short video talking about like the most influential internet sounds nowadays and like where they originally came from. And I saw that and she's like it was some streamer talking about how she hates it and she'll never make those noises, and then she does it and it becomes the single most iconic sound on the internet. And she was talking about how she didn't want to do it, and it in spite of her reasoning.
歌えるために
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I didn't know where it came from. I still don't even remember, because I just remember that I saw it in a short talking about sounds. There really is no greater feeling in the world than talking to other people and inspiring each other to do things, because it's not just helpful to them and inspiring to them to see what I'm going through and see me struggling and help me get through it and then improve, because you guys get to do the same thing. That's the neat thing, is that I don't just inspire you guys to help yourselves and do great things. You guys get to inspire me to do so. It's a positive feedback loop. We help each other. That's how it works. Because we're just people. We're just people. I mean, I don't think the internet is a reason to abandon that and say, oh, well, you know, you can't know people. I think you absolutely can. I think I get to know great people through the internet. I think I wouldn't know like any of the friends that I have without it. And one day I might meet them, and you know, it'll be an insane moment. And I hope someday I get to meet some of you, because I think that it would be a very emotional thing.
答えてください。はっはっはっはっせっあやはっふっ
Yeah, content creation changed
食べ
me.
てください。
It really did, Asuka. It changed me for the better. It did so much. I started content creation because I've been dealing with chronic depression the same as you, and like job markets and failing opportunities and all sorts of bad stuff that we don't need to go into. I was basically just in a really bad place in my life, the worst place in my life, and I had no reason at all not to stream. And there was something that like it was the same kind of story that literally like one of my favorite streamers was dealing with, and it inspired me so much to start, because even though I was on a laptop, even though I had not even a desk, I was working on my lap, streaming on my lap, and I had to do so much to make that damn thing work. But by God, I did, and I did it for a year, and I'm here because of it. And I literally had no reason not to stream, so I started,
一緒に戦おう
and here we are, you know. And in 2 years, we've already made so much progress. And I think that like the biggest progress is not just my content, but me as a person. I've learned so much already. And it's like, I still have so much to do and so much to learn. And, you know, it's given me some hope, but I haven't fully grasped my potential or what the future has for me, you know? The best kind of progress, yeah, myself. I did streaming, and I always keep in mind that the ultimate goal, no matter what happens, and the reason I do this is because if I fail and I have this mindset, then there isn't really such thing as a failure, because I'm not failing anything. If I have to quit streaming for some reason, which I never ever will do, I refuse. I refuse to let anything stop me. I will not stop because there's people who need me and I need streaming as much as they do. And, but anyway, if I ever quote unquote failed streaming or had to quit, at least I know that I made friends. Call me a cop out, whatever you want. Say whatever you want, but it's true. The real goal of streaming is the friends I made along the way. Say whatever you want about it. Call it cringe. Fucking, I don't care. It's true. I get to know that I changed myself, and I get to at least be happy that I got to a better place. That I haven't drank in over a year. That something that completely destroyed and took over my life is something I have complete control over. That I was able to push past that. That I was able to get past these mental issues that I used to have. And I did it on my own. I did it without therapy. Fuck you, therapy. I didn't need you. I just read a bunch of books and got smarter. I did your job for me. I'm kidding. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It helps a lot of people, but it's not for everyone, you know? Hey, streaming is my therapy. It fixed me. It really did. It's made me meet a lot of people, and I learned that, like, all I really needed was just better friends. Better friends, better mindset, better environment. Therapy is supposed to help you identify the problem and see if it's like a bigger issue, and, you know, give you the coping skills that you need to deal with it. Because you can't really fix any of these problems. There isn't really such thing as a fix, because I'm still going to deal with the same thing for the rest of my life. But I have the tools that I need now to deal with it, so that I don't think about it as much, and so it doesn't have as much control, you know? Better environment and better friends is a tough one. Oh, it so is. You know how many years it took me to get that? Because the thing is, okay, the caveat to making better friends and fixing your environment, let's focus on friends first, because that's the hardest one. That's the absolute hardest one, and I feel like it's even worse now today because of the internet. It's so difficult for people to know how to make friends, and like what is a good friend and what to look for and how to do that. Because you have to be sure in yourself to make positive friends. You have to know what the positivity is, and you have to know how to deal with problems. And that's something that a depressed person doesn't really know how to do. So, you know, it's really hard for us to make friends. It is, because we have trust issues, because we have emotional issues, because we don't have the coping skills to deal with our own problems. So if somebody else is the problem, we don't know how to recognize that. It is so easy for people in a rough place and going through emotional turmoil to be abused by other people. I didn't recognize the problems. I didn't recognize the red flags. I didn't know. I was too emotionally vulnerable, and I got something out of the friendships, so I thought that they were good. But turns out, shocker, they weren't. Because they were only there because I was vulnerable. You know, until I wasn't, and they couldn't control me anymore. Or they didn't get what they wanted out of me. We won't go into it, but like, oh god. God, I have so much shit. But like, that's the thing, is that we're all dealing with that. Many people are, and, you know, it's a big step to tell other people, yeah, it's awful, but like, you know how many people deal with that now? People suck. They really do. Real talk, people suck. I know, hot take. Unheard of. People suck. And it's about finding the right people, and that's really, really hard to do when you don't even know what you like about yourself. It's really hard to do when you don't even know what the good parts of yourself are. You can't even identify the positive things. How are you supposed to know whether a person is good or not, or whether it's a good relationship? How are you supposed to recognize any of that? You can't even see the bad things. You can't differentiate because you haven't found the coping mechanisms to do that for yourself. How are you supposed to properly do that for other people, you know? You feel so identified with what I said it hurts. But Asuka, you also know, because you've been bettering yourself, I hope. I mean, you did the step of finding me. You bumped into me. You saw the stream title and you joined.
権限せよ
You joined stream, and not only that, you stayed to talk about and connect with what I'm going through, you know? And connect with what I'm saying. You did one of the biggest, most difficult steps, and it's the first one.
悔い改めてください
You did the first one. That's the hardest one. Yeah, and the truth hurts, but see, in order for us to recognize and fix these problems, we have to know what they are in the first place, and we have to accept them. We have to accept that we feel this way, and that we are allowed to feel this way. There's a big difference between allowing yourself to feel these things and feel emotions and letting them control you. There's a very, very thin tightrope that we walk between control and healthy, proper emotional process, you know? It's a very thin line, but being able to walk on it with somebody else makes it a whole lot easier. This last you've been trying. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm proud of the fact that you came by, you saw the stream title, you weren't afraid of it. You came in, you didn't know what to expect. See this purple-haired fuck and you don't know what I'm gonna be saying, you know? I could be trauma dumping or I could be saying something truly inspirational. You have no idea. I could be talking with something that doesn't matter. Like, and yet here you are. And despite how rough the conversation is, you chose to stay. And I have these conversations a lot with my community. I do a lot of things like this. Obviously, it hasn't been this positive and this healthy because I've been working on myself and my content for the past 2 years to get to this point. And I'm so proud of the fact that we were able to get here because I didn't just do it on my own. You guys helped me figure out what the healthy ways to do this were. You helped me work through all of the negative relationships and taught me how to properly build connections with people. I learned it through streaming. I learned it through all of you.
一緒に戦おう
See, the internet can be good for something. You just have to find the right people.
浄化の光
And you know, Asuka, if you ever need to talk to me, you obviously can do so. If stream is not comfortable for you, we can totally just talk. Like, whether you need answers, or whether you need to just vent, or you just need someone to be empathetic, I can do that. I can do that. I talk to people in private all the time. It can be big or small. It doesn't have to be, you just let me know what you need. It's important to assess, like, what is it you're looking for? Do you want answers from me? Do you want, like, opinion, or do you just want to talk and just want someone to listen and be empathetic? Because there's a big difference, and when you're giving answers to people and then they don't want answers, they just wanted to talk and you didn't know that because they didn't tell you, that kind of thing.
悔い改めてください
I just love talking to people because it doesn't just help you, it doesn't help the people that talk to me. It helps me for being able to help them and remind myself that there's people who are going through the same thing I am. You're just here for the ride, you like hearing people. I mean, that's why you watch streamers. That's why you're on Twitch and not YouTube, you know? It's for that interaction, that listening to people. Absolutely. I mean, hey, we're all here for the ride. That's what we're here for, Asuka.
お見せします
That's why I stream. I'm in here for the long run. I'm in here to change the world somehow, or at least change it for a few people. Because I feel like I have the potential as a human being and someone who genuinely respects and admires people and the strength that they have to not only help and support me, but help themselves through it and build that connection, you know? I respect and admire it a lot, and I think that that passion that I have for positive community and positive change is something that I can use to affect a lot of people. I think the potential I have is crazy, and I haven't really fully grasped my own potential until now. And this is me like finally coming to terms with that and accepting that, yeah, I could do something great. And it's not wrong of me to say that. It's not ego, it's not um whatever you want to call it, for saying that, yeah, I can do this thing. I can do something crazy. I am a unique individual. There is absolutely nothing wrong with admitting that.
一緒に戦おう。
That's just self-positivity. It's not egotistical. Being able to say that, like, take that turn means that I'm not just doing it for other people either. I'm doing it for myself too, having that mindset. Because like it took me so long to realize I can't help other people if I can't help myself. It took me forever to come to terms with that and accept that. I denied it for so long.
大きな進化をお見せします。
So long. God, oh, depression sucks, doesn't it? It's the worst friend ever. Jesus.
生きてるんです。最初のご加護を。
I'm glad that we're human beings and we evolved so that I can have a little voice in my head that won't shut up. Great. You ever just want to be a cat so you can just not think? You ever just want to eat and sleep and poop all day? God, it's so... Yeah, good one. Evolution. Thanks. Great. Good job. I love having a brain. Oh yeah. Love being a self-aware species. It's fantastic. Yeah, being hyper aware is tiring. Yes. Yes, it is. Because you know that the brain consumes hundreds of calories on its own a day. The bulk of the food we eat goes straight to our brain. Because it needs all of that to process all this shit. Because we're constantly working through a billion problems in our head every second. Like, there's so many things going on in our brains every minute because we evolved and we're designed by function to solve and calculate and process absolutely everything that goes by our brain. Absolutely everything that happens in front of us. We're made to calculate a billion things a second. But that comes with the cost of being self-aware and having all sorts of little voices in our heads and having problems. Yeah, it's great. I'm thinking about how you put your lips on where you look. Well, I'm thinking about what to say to other person so they don't think you're weird. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I've come to terms with also just almost, I want to say almost apathy. Not quite, because apathy is usually considered a negative thing. It's the extreme lack of concern or care towards something. It's my lack of care of what other people think about me. I don't care. Because you know what? A smart person told me, I don't even remember who said it. There was some other like inspiration streamer that I used to watch a lot, that said something along the lines of, you have one life, why would you waste even a second thinking about what somebody thinks about you? Why would you give them any kind of control over you? You literally get one life and you're wasting it on what somebody else thinks. You're letting them live it for you. What the fuck are you doing? Why does it matter? They don't matter at all. You like wearing something? You like dyeing your hair? You like doing something? You a gooner? Stop letting people judge you. It doesn't matter.
浄化の光
It really doesn't. I want to go online and make a difference by talking about people about mental health. And you know what?
静粛に
I know, Asuka. I know that if I ever get big, I'm going to see all sorts of people talking shit about me and making things up, saying I'm also like I'm making content and trying to grow it off of other people's problems or my own problems or mental health. You know, they're gonna make up excuses, and I already know this. I'm like 200 IQ playing 4D chess with the internet because I see all this already happening. I know exactly what people are gonna say about me, and I'm prepared for it because I don't care. I don't care because the only people that matter are the ones that see what I'm saying and are genuinely inspired and want to not only grow themselves but grow me too
進化を
and build that positive connection and make more friends and help themselves and do amazing things. Those people are the only ones that matter. And it might be 10 to 1. There might be more problematic people saying all sorts of negative things about me and causing drama on me.
てください
There might be 10 to 1, but I don't care. Because that one is the only one that matters. If I could control it, I wouldn't be like this. Yeah, that's a fact.
神罰です
You know what's really funny? So whoever made me thought it was a great idea to give me the passion for helping other people, but also give me social anxiety. Isn't that really, really funny? Isn't that great? It's just as funny as the defense set that I got on the health set that I don't need. Thanks. That's like the fourth one. We're doing great right now. I didn't expect to be farming the turtle so much, but here we are. I can't even get one. Oh my lord, I'm about to just accept it and just call it and get a health piece. This game is bullying me. I just need one. I don't even care what the substats are. I just want one at this point. Why can't I have it? Oh, aren't those the... Wait, aren't those there's a thing that I can use to change the main stat. Wait, what am I doing? I'm pretty sure there's an item in my inventory that I can use to choose the main stat of a set. I think. I'm gonna check after this fight, because I might have just been wasting my whole time.
答えてくれ
Yeah, it is good advice, of course, but I can't even follow it sometimes. I can't help but be socially anxious around family, or when there's like more than like 7 people in a room.
浄化の光静粛に
Yeah, I was born with that defect. Actually, no, that's wrong. I adapted that when I got older. Yeah, I didn't even have that at the start. Something like I just popped off my pillow one day and just, oh, I'm socially anxious now. Do I have a really good reason? No, I don't. Did anything traumatic happen to connect to this issue? Nope. I just kind of have it now. And yeah. So it's gonna be really funny because if I ever meet my viewers in real life at a con or something, they're gonna like see me and I'm gonna be awkward as shit and they're not gonna know why. Well, I guess no, if we get to that point, you guys probably will know by that point. That like, oh yeah, he's socially anxious. Just be chill, just relax. I know you'd be excited to see me if we ever got to that point, but just be yourself, be relaxed.
救済を求め
Don't make any sudden
青い
movements.
鳥よインペラトルに名において
Don't scare him off.
出よ
So it happens to other people too. Yeah. One day I just had a voice in my head and everything changed. Yeah. You know what? You know what's really funny? Fun fact about me to kind of take a break from the heavy topics. Yeah, just kind of like my social anxiety just sort of happened in response to my depression, I think. One day I just woke up and was afraid of spiders. Like terrified, like chronically I can't really do anything if there's one that's just too big.
出よ
You know what the funniest part about that? It's not just that it just kind of happened. I don't know when I started being arachnophobic. It just kind of did. I used to play with spiders as a kid, like a lot. I would catch all sorts of bugs whenever I could, and then I would put the bugs in the spider web, and I would watch the spider eat them. I would play with spiders. I would never really touch them, but I wasn't afraid of them at all, and I thought they were fascinating. And then one day I just woke up and now I'm cripplingly afraid of them. Fuck phobias. We don't even know why they happen. We don't know. Just like yeah, fun psychology fact. Just like allergies, we don't really have a scientific explanation for why phobias happen. They just do sometimes. Isn't that great? Isn't that just great? Doesn't that bring you so much joy? Does that spark joy? Because it doesn't in me. That's so fantastic. I love that. So I could just be like in my 50s one day and just be suddenly afraid of something and not really have any reason why. Cool. Just because my brain decided that it is. Like I could just have like a semi uncomfortable or traumatic experience with something and now I'm permanently afraid of it. Why? 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 Why in evolution did we put our perk points into that? Why did we do that? What does that possibly do to help us? Why did we put our perk points into phobia and make them so chaotic? It's nice to have them sometimes because they keep us safe. It's a survival instinct. We know that much about them, that it's lumped in like with fight or flight. It's the same thing. It's to keep us alive. It didn't need to be so chaotic and hard to understand though. It did. That's not great. We didn't really need that. I could have done without that. I could have done without that. Thank you, evolution. Yeah, I like to joke about evolution, and like look at all the problems we have as humans that no other thing in the animal kingdom have, and go, yeah, why do we have that? Oh, there isn't a reason. We just kind of do. Fantastic. So glad. So grateful. Oh, it's so funny to joke about. We look at things that us humans have that nobody else has to deal with, and we just go, yeah, that's great. So fun that we have that for no reason. Yeah, we don't really know why allergies kind of happen. That one makes less sense than phobias, and it's a physical reaction, not a mental one. So that's even more confusing. Wait, so we know more about it, and yet we still can't kind of explain it? Isn't science fun? It's very fascinating. It actually is. I very much enjoy it, obviously. Well, fun thing about me, I guess. But yeah. I don't know. I think that there's this loneliness epidemic and like hopelessness and all these things that people deal with nowadays. It's only gotten worse, and there's a million YouTube videos and people have been talking about this forever. And it's part of the reason why it inspired me. Just a chain of events in my own life and on the internet that led me to make this kind of content and do this. But that's part of it. It's just like watching all these videos that talk about this stuff, and it's like, oh my god, they're so right. And nobody ever does anything about it. We acknowledge the problem, but we don't ever have a solution. And even if we do, nobody does anything about it. And then those people get scrutinized for talking about it. Like, hello? Sometimes people have pretty good solutions to some of these problems, and usually it just comes down to building communities and removing the negative stigma. Like, it's not that easy to do. It's easier said than done, but like, we can start. I mean, people could start doing that. We could be a little nicer. I mean, that would be a good step in the right direction. It's pretty easy. You know, I just kind of started doing it. I started just assuming that everyone has it worse than me, so I treat everyone better because of it. And I just give people natural respect and common sense. And you know what? It makes people treat me better. That's really, really weird how that works. And it takes like no energy to do that at all. It's actually a lot easier and a lot less straining than being mean to people. Huh. funny that.
警戒を
Imagine that.
悔い改めてください。神罰です。
Asuka, why is it that things that are common sense to us and make sense to us aren't for most people?
悔い改めてください。インペラトルに
God, I feel like
何
I'm asking like my parents, like why did people do this? Mom, why does this happen? I don't know, honey. We don't know. People are assholes. They kind of just do this thing because they do. That's no one knows. Eat your cereal.
大きくなれ。進化をお見せします。今。はっ。一緒に戦おう。
It is what it is. Yeah, that's what people tell me. It is what it is. I'm tired of accepting things as they are. You know? I'm so tired to the point where now I'm on the search to find what I can do to stop that because it pisses me off that
神
I
罰
feel like there's so much that I can do and yet at the same time nothing I can do.
浄化
I
の
feel so like motivated, inspired, and at the same time so hopeless about it. And it's pissing me off. And I wish that I could do more and reach people, you know?
はあせっ。インペラトルに何よい。
I mean, at the end of the day, doing what I'm doing right now is working. And I just have to keep doing the thing. And everything will probably be fine. And even if I'm uncertain and even if I don't know, good people get rewarded with good things. Good things happen to good people. And if I keep doing what I do and I keep making great content and I keep inspiring other people, word will spread at some point. People will start talking and people will share it and, you know, it'll grow and it just does. And my YouTube is already doing that. We grew 16 subs in the past week. Suddenly, just randomly. I've been sitting in the 50s for God knows how long, and then all of a sudden, poof, and it doesn't seem to be stopping. Yeah, like my YouTube is growing by the day, and it just kind of started happening, and I don't know why, because it's not like my viewership went up. It's just that people started subbing. Yeah, I don't know. It just it is kind of happening, and I'm like, oh, the little happy feeling that I see. Oh, it does make me excited. Times Ozusis, and you gotta go. Well, I am very happy that you popped by. You kept me company, and it made it a hell of a lot easier having someone to bounce off of, so I appreciate it a lot. I'll let you know that before you go, and hopefully I get to talk to you again. You and everybody else are the reason why I do all this stuff, and hopefully I was able to help you somehow. Because this stuff sucks and the world sucks right now. And instead of doom posting, I want to go on some sort of little journey to see if I can have other people and myself find a way to fix this problem because it sucks and I feel like there's something we can do about it. And it's just a matter of finding what that answer is. I think we can do it. We definitely can. It's just right there. It's in front of us. I just have to find out what it is. But all right, have a wonderful night. Hopefully, I see you around. Take care of yourself and keep growing as a person. Keep doing what you're doing because so far you're doing great. 12 years streak and you're still here. That shit's crazy. Good job. And yeah, I did just waste like the past hour and a half of my time grinding the turtle when I could have just put a defense set on it. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna lose my main. I've been wasting so much time grinding this goddamn turtle, and I could have just changed the main stat with my items. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna lose my mind. What's up, Shelly? Oh, nothing. Just me crashing about a turtle and having some like deeper or more emotional conversation today. Just talking about stuff. What are these substats, bro? What are these substats? What the hell? You know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I don't even care anymore. Put it on her. Move on. Here, take the turtle. Shut up. I got you a turtle. You'll take it and you'll be happy. I don't even know, like, these substats probably can't help her at all, and I didn't get a single defense roll. That's actually crazy. God damn it. You at work, Shelly? There's defense roll and heavy attack bonus. Why not? Sure. Yup. Yeah, bro's just working. He is what it is. Yeah, I've been talking about just mental health stuff and the internet being shitty and, you know, hopefully finding a way that I can improve my content and change what I'm doing to help other people, because ultimately that's what I want to do. And maybe people have an answer, you know, maybe there's something that people want that might help them. Like maybe we do community dates. It could be something simple like just making a day where we all just pop into Discord and do something fun off stream or on stream. Could be something small, or maybe it's a big shift like building a website or something, building some other thing on a different platform to help reach out to other people. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe people have an answer, or maybe it's just the content itself. Something I can change about it to reach other people. What do you need? Because ultimately, I look at Mark, I look at Jacksepticeye, I look at Flats, I look at like all these creators that I respect a lot, who have built communities that feel tighter than mine even, and yet they're so big. How does he maintain that connection with his audience while he's being, like, he's so massive, you know? How does he do that? I want to inspire and connect to and help the people in my community the way he does. You know? Like, I strive to build that kind of positivity in my own community and reach people and help people the same way. Yeah, I mean, like this stream today is just kind of a message to people, not only to help change my content so that I can build a better connection with everyone, you know, and help more people, because that's my ultimate goal, is reach as many people as possible and help them and grow as a person. But also to show people that need it how they can, you know, give them a place to be, give them a community to be a part of, and show them how to reach out and build connections and make friends, because my community is a place where you can definitely make friends. Absolutely. A lot of people who joined from my streams and are part of my community now have started hanging out with each other, and they're all friends. They're all they've all gotten to know each other, and it's incredible. Many of them have gotten close now because of it. It's like that bond that I've built between people just by simply being here. It's a great thing, and I see it already happening, even as small as we are. I see it already happening, Shelly, and it just makes me want more, you know? It just makes me wanna do more. It just makes me want to reach out to more people and bring more people into the community and make more friends and help more people. Oh, I want more of it. It's the best feeling in the world, growing as a person and inspiring other people to do the same, and making friends and having that human connection with people and seeing the amazing things they go and do for themselves. Just I want more of that. I do. It's so possible. It's pretty hard because you're an introvert. Me too. I was also explaining how it's really funny that the universe decided that the streamer who wants to help and reach out to people and make a bunch of friends and have this very large community is the same person that can't be in the same room as six people for like longer than an hour without getting socially anxious and like having a panic attack. Yeah, you know it's funny. Um, my aunt who always does family stuff for the holidays. I'm always out with my aunt, and she does like big family gatherings a lot. Every single year she's always doing stuff, which means I get to be socially anxious for a few times every year. Um and she has separate rooms upstairs where I can go and just like be by myself so that I don't freak out because of the amount of people that are there and how loud it is and like how socially anxious I get. And I feel like she knows that I do that. Like I have a problem, you know. I feel like she knows that it's there. Um and she just kind of has little places set aside where I can just disappear for a bit. And she has no problem with me leaving. She gets it. I mean, my family's full of introverts and socially anxious people, so naturally I would be one. But I'm the streamer. Like where did that happen? How did that happen? How do you take like an isolationist and like a recluse, a socially anxious person that can't be around too many people at once and make them a streamer and give them a passion for other people? I don't know. It's like they're two very conflicting things, and yet I have both of them. Um, yeah, whoever did that, very funny joke, hilarious, hilarious. Thanks, evolution. Thanks, whatever, whatever caused me to be this way. It's very fun. At least the lore goes hard, and it made me a very unique individual. At least I can tell stories and connect with other people that feel the same way because of it. The lore. Anytime I have problems, Shelly, I just think to myself, man, this sucks, but damn, the lore will go hard. Oh, my hair. Took a shower, so my hair is all crazy right now. Getting in the way. I hate the uncertainty. I really do. It gets to me so much. And it's tough because like I have all this passion and yet there's an equal opposite force acting against it, and the constant battle I have to make to remind myself and constantly think about that motivation and that passion and keep up the same momentum and energy and positivity. It's hard to do when the force acting against it is just as strong.
青い鳥よ
Oh, welcome back, ma'am.
それ
It's tough to keep up with the amount of energy that it takes to do that, you know. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm totally fine. It's not like I'm dealing with anything that's too tough, you know. What did Asuka tell me? Nothing specifically. Asuka's just like telling me that they connect with whatever I'm saying a lot. Like, a lot of the things I was saying to connect with.
兵士
I wasn't told anything specifically, just that like,
取り払
yeah, she gets it. Why, what's up? Anything I need to know about right now, or is it like a later thing? You like leave me alone. I don't have the element to deal with you. No? Okay. I don't know if I can get out of the combat with this guy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't have the element to deal with that. Let's just put El Charo on. Oh, you're trying to understand what we're talking about. Okay. No, she didn't say anything specifically. It was just that like, it was what I was saying more so. That she just related to a lot. You know, the social anxiety, the chronic depression, the fun, the, you know, the fun stuff.
否定も戦争に不可欠だ。せい
I mean, the only thing I deal with now is just the uncertainty. That's the biggest thing I have is just the fear of the future, and it's unique and it's very lucky that that's my biggest problem. I'm lucky that that's like the largest issue in my life right now, because I don't really have to worry about or think about anything else. It's just that. It does suck though. We'll say I don't like it. And it takes a hell of a lot of energy to deal with. That's the only thing, is that it's just exhausting. It's so exhausting. I'm so tired, not because I'm working too much, but because I'm not doing enough. And like I want to work more, and I want to keep working on the model, and I want to keep doing more streams and keep making more videos. But like I don't have the energy to do it lately because I have to spend so much energy just to
役立つといい
fight
な。
my own emotional battles, you know, and keep up positivity and keep myself maintaining that
さて、
momentum, you know.
採取のご加護を
It's hard to do. It just takes a lot. It's a very exhausting fight to be in. I know that a lot of people feel the same way I do too. That we all have like so many things going on, and it's not that any of our problems are necessarily winning or that,
参りまし
you
ょう
know, it's just that like even having them in the first place and fighting those constant battles on our own takes way too much energy to do by ourselves sometimes.
神罰です
And I just needed to talk about it in hopes that
浄化の光
that it helps. You know? Because so far, usually when I talk on stream about stuff, it helps out a lot with like tipping the scale and getting me back on track and
静粛に
fighting that hopeless battle, you know?
答えてください
Reminding myself that everything will work out if I just keep going and just keep working hard and keep making content and keep talking to people, building connections, doing what I'm doing. Just keep working at it, you know, keep up the energy, the momentum. And never forget that if I need help, all I have to do is ask.
気をつけ光の結晶よ恩寵をお与えください
That's the hard part at the end is asking for help when I need it or talking to people. That's the hard part. But here we are. Ultimately, Lamb, what I want to do is build a community where I feel like I can talk to everyone and get to know everyone and share these things and build an emotionally connected community where we can all just build each other up, you know, and learn how to help ourselves and grow as people, you know, and share experiences. And yeah, obviously laugh and do dumb shit and make jokes all the time, but also know that it's okay to open up to people and open up and say that you might be going through something tough or, you know, talk about whatever you're struggling with. It's totally okay to do so. No one's going to judge you here. And if they do, I'll ban them. People want to cause problems because someone's going through something and judge them for it? Fuck them. There's a million other communities for them so that they can just, like, not have to think about any of it. If people don't like hearing about it, there's plenty of other places. And, you know, not every stream is like this. And I give warnings when it's going to be heavy. I tell people that, hey, we're talking about stuff, you know, ahead of time. So they know that, like, it's going to be a different stream today. If anybody ever wants to cause problems, I'll handle it. Like, it's not the kind of community where we're gonna judge people for dealing with stuff. It's totally okay to talk about things, and me talking about whatever I'm going through and opening up to you guys is a way to show you I'm being vulnerable, to show you that you can do so too if you need it, and you can connect with it. You don't have to, you know, you're not obligated. It's up to you, and maybe just me talking to you helps you. You know, maybe just seeing me be vulnerable helps you. So, it helps me. It gives other people to talk if the opportunity to talk if they need it, and just lets them be comforted by the fact that we're willing to just sit and be vulnerable sometimes. And say, hey, yeah, this thing sucks. Sometimes things suck, and this is how we get through it. It's not just that things are tough, it's that these are the things we do to get through it, you know? And remind ourselves that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There always is. Sometimes it's just a matter of finding it. And I'm sure there is one. That's the thing, Lamb, that's getting me lately. That's the thing. It's not that I'm going through any mental health struggle. It's not that I'm battling anything right now. I'm winning my battles. I'm doing fan-fucking-tastic. If there's any one good thing that's happening right now, I feel so good. I really do. But it doesn't mean that I'm not having to spend a lot of energy to continue to feel good, you know? You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's not that I'm feeling bad. It's that I'm having to expend a lot of energy to avoid feeling bad. It takes a lot. That's the issue, and it bugs me because God, I lost my track of thinking. Okay, yeah, there it is. It bugs me because I feel like this uncertainty that I have, this oppressive force that I can't get through, of like, I don't know if my streaming is going to go anywhere. I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong. What can I be doing differently to help other people? What can I be doing to improve my content, improve myself, you know? How can I reach my audience more? Like all these things that I constantly think about. And I feel like the answer's right in front of me, and I just don't know what it is. And I think that I might even just be overthinking it. It might not even just, it might just be a non-issue. I could just be doing everything right already. Like, I might be fine and I have no idea. But that's why I'm asking. And just addressing the problem, you know. Addressing how annoying this feeling is, and I wish that I could just continue to do my artwork streams every day like I've been doing, and not, and not have to bother with these thoughts, because I bet you anything, they're non-issues, and I think that's the thing that pisses me off the most. Whatever I'm feeling is just me overthinking. but like it's only gonna get worse if I don't talk about it. So
一緒に戦おう。
that's kind of why I'm here. I don't know. Maybe you guys have answers. Maybe you guys have things that you want me to do in the community, or maybe ideas that I can do to strengthen our connection and give you guys more opportuniers to talk, you know, and get to know me and let me know you and just build that bond, or just more opportunities for you guys to relax and get away from all that. You know, it's one or the other. Like either we need less of it and we just want to get away from the problems, and maybe we don't want to talk about them, or maybe we do and see. I don't know. So I mean, I'm just kind of figuring that out lately, because ultimately I want to help all of you and I wish I could do more, and I feel like the answer's there. It's just I don't know what it is. It's like it's right there in front of me. Just can't figure it out. Can't I get this freaking casket? How am I supposed to get this in the first place without the flight? There we go. Got it. That's so annoying. Why did they put it up there? Yeah, there's always like people saying that it's a parasocial issue, that like fans will get too connected to a creator, and I think yes, that is a problem if you don't properly handle it and prevent it. I think that building this close connection with my audience is the way that I avoid that, you know, fostering a community of positivity and emotional connection. Not in a weird way, just, you know, as people. And it's not a replacement for inhuman interaction, or in-person interaction. It's not a replacement, but it's a gateway for people to open up and make friends, make connections, and learn how to improve their relationships, improve their environments, and find people that are genuinely supportive and helpful and have positive impacts on their life. It's a gateway into that. It's not a replacement, but it can teach you and help you work your way into it. It's a resource. That's what my community is. And people are more than allowed to do so. You know? It sucks. There's so many people that don't have anybody to spend time with. Like my brother was talking about how like we were coming home from spending time with our family, and we had like leftovers, and he had a coworker that said he didn't have anybody to spend Thanksgiving with, and he felt bad, so he gave him some of the food that we had and just gave him a little bit of Thanksgiving, and I'm like, that's so nice. And there's so many people like that that just don't have anybody for the holidays, especially nowadays with how few people have friends, like actual like genuine friends, not like just like gaming friends or people you talk to a lot, like genuine friends, you know, people that you feel like you can tell anyone or anything. It's like most people seem to just not have that at all, and they don't even know how to get it. And everyone wants it, but everyone's afraid to try, and they don't know how. And I feel like my community can be a start for a lot of people, and it can be an entryway into that, you know? Not just for all of you, but for myself, because I struggle with that just like you do. It's one of my biggest issues, is learning to trust people, funny enough. Like, that's the thing, is I don't want you guys to misunderstand and think that because I seem to have all the answers, I know how to do all this stuff. I really don't. It's through helping all of you, I'm learning how to do it better, you know? I'm learning how to do all this stuff myself. It's not that I have all the answers, it's that I'm trying to find them, and by helping all of you, I can better help myself. Like, I'm learning the same lessons I'm trying to help all of you with, you know? That's why I do it. You know, our generation, man, we weren't taught how to deal with a lot of this stuff, and believe me, I had to figure it out all on my own. I had to teach myself all of these things, and I'm still learning. I'm only 24. I'm still learning everything, and I'm teaching myself all this stuff. I don't have help. I learned all this by reading books and interacting with other people and learning online and being inspired by other people, you know. I'm doing all this work on my own. I feel like most of us are doing that. Like, I don't think that most of us were taught how to do any of this. We're kind of just like the transitional generation where most of the lessons that we were supposed to be taught weren't taught, and we're just kind of having to figure it out on our own. But because we're all doing it so independently, instead of becoming a bigger issue, I mean, it kind of is, but a lot of people are slowly starting to learn and take notice.
神罰です。せっかく手に入れたものです。大切に。
Our generation needs fixing, bro. We're so screwed. So many people, myself included. I really wish I could help all of you. I really do. And even though I'm here for all of you and I can talk and I can make content and give you a place to be, you know, that's all I can do for you. I can't fix all of your problems. I can't fix whatever financial thing you're going through, because let's be honest, we all have financial problems. Who doesn't nowadays? I can't fix any of that, but I can at least be here while you go through it and give you a place to talk about it and connect to people who are going through the same things. Because struggle is okay and we all have it and everyone's issues are valid. And we're allowed to talk about it because it does so much for us to talk about it. Believe me, it really does. The amount of help that this stream is probably giving me just by talking.
不穏な気配がします。気をつけてください。はっ、静粛に風の導き。それ、浄化の光。悔い改めてください。
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, I'm just a person like you. I'm just a dude who makes content on the internet. But it doesn't make me any different from any of you. It doesn't. We're exactly the same. I have the same problems all you guys do. Just because I make content doesn't mean I don't deal with it, you know? I do it because I want friends as much as you guys do. I imagine. I want close friends. Maybe a romantic partner sometime in my life if I can get to a place where I'm comfortable, you know? I want all these things, and I feel like streaming can help me get there. It's teaching me so much. Like, all this stuff, I didn't already learn all this. I'm still learning it. I'm still fully understanding everything. I'm still bad at it. But see, the fact that I'm so bad about it or bad at it, I feel like makes things more normal. It makes it more relatable. It makes you guys a little more close to it because it's not that I have all the answers and I'm trying to teach you. It's that we're learning together. That's the difference. Is that therapy teaches you everything and fixes the problems and is more professional and actually has the skills and tools
不穏な
necessary
気配がし
to
ます
help you fix the
気をつけて
problem.
ください
I'm here merely to help you get to
答
that
えて
point
ください
where you're fixing the
や
problem, you
っ
know,
悔い改めてくださ
and
い
encourage you to get there and learn how maybe we can apply it ourselves, you know, and give you the strength you need. Oh, it's a bot. My mods aren't here. Mods! Hold on, I got it.
正解は
Maybe the bot is here for emotional connection. I never did think about that. What if the bots are here for the emotional connection, Lamb? Maybe they just need someone to talk to. Maybe they're just here to listen to us. You ever think about what the bots are feeling?
私進化を
Bet you didn't. Did we ever consider how the viewer bots feel
不穏な気配がし
getting
ます
banned all the time? Maybe they're just trying to find a place to be. No, I don't care. Fuck them. Get them out of here.
浄化の光
They're spamming my channel. Get out of here. We don't want you.
一緒に戦おう悔い改めてください進化をお見せします
I mean, really, I think all I need to do is just keep doing more artwork. Because that's the thing that seems to work the
浄化の
best.
光悔い改めてください
I mean, because it's a conversation with no words. It tells you a million stories but saying nothing. I mean, and of course, it's cool to watch me do it. So
不穏な気配神罰ですやはっ浄化の光
there's so many interpretations that somebody can have about my artwork that
や
someone has a completely different read of. You know, hit the fan at work. You got any work stories? That'd be
進化を
fun.
お見せします
Shit hit the fan at work. Typical. Typical Thursday. Another day for you. What is this? I realize I haven't done this. It's the dreaming dig thing. Okay, yeah, we can do this. I gotta grind this and just get it over with. Get all the rewards. I want all the stuffs. Machine errors? Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I want to bring content back to the way it was. That's what I want to do. I want whatever we lost with how content on YouTube and Twitch used to be. The emotional side of things. I want that again. I want more creators to make this resurgent because the internet needs it. The world needs it. It really does. We have a desperate need in this void of emotionally connecting content, genuine human interaction. It's just completely lost on the world, and I think that everyone wants it,
世に
but
任せよ
you know,
方向一線に入れ
no one knows what to do about it. If we got to be the catalyst for that, absolutely. If I gotta start that resurgence and I gotta lead the charge and build a community, I'll do it. Yeah. Hell yeah, I'll do it. YouTube Rewind? Whatever happened to that? Dude, I don't know. I just miss when content used to just like all these problems with content creation and all this AI shit and all these ads and sponsorships and all this stuff. Like I miss when that didn't matter. When content creation wasn't a job to everyone, when the ultimate goal wasn't building the biggest audience and having the largest numbers and short form content or whatever like the most effective content is or whatever. God, I miss it. I miss when it was just guys or just people making content. Game Grumps sitting down on a literal couch and just playing some damn video games. I miss when it was okay for people to struggle with things. I miss when it was okay for creators to admit that we have problems and that sometimes it's hard and that it's okay for people to talk about their struggles. It's okay for people to deal with things. I miss it. I miss when mental health wasn't scrutinized. I miss when people weren't afraid of being judged so much on the internet for talking about things. When it wasn't just about numbers. When Jacksepticeye had an opinion about Mr. Beast that got the internet a 50-50 debate. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. I know about that. Not a lot, but I've heard of it. I know a little bit about it. It's so easy. It's so easy. I wish it didn't matter, and it didn't used to. It does now. It's all people seem to care about now. There's like this void, this lack of genuine content, genuine people that just really love what they do. Main point was that the YouTube used to be a hobby and not all about monetization. Yeah. Yeah, it used to be a hobby. It was mostly just people just making dumb stuff on the internet. Yeah. Yeah, it used to just be for fun. People just did it because they wanted to, not because it was like a job or because there was any like monetary. People didn't really get paid back then. That was like the advent of the play buttons, when they started doing that. When that really, you remember when those used to matter, Shelly? And now it seems like everyone's getting them. Remember when those were the coolest thing ever? Those were sick. I remember that. Now it seems like they don't mean anything. You still dream of getting one. Yeah. Hell yeah, I do. If I ever get one, I'm going to be celebrating the hell out of it with my community. You know for sure I would. Absolutely. I'd probably cry, gonna be honest. Because I know the reason why I get so emotional over something like that is just because I know that like to make it that far, we would have had to grow so much as a community because I'm not going to grow my content anyway else. The only way that's going to happen is if I really reach people. And if what I'm doing works. That's the only reason that would happen, and that's why I would be so excited by it. because it means that we really grew something special. Yeah, I still dream of getting a play button. It would be super cool. That's an accomplishment, and you bet your ass I'm gonna celebrate it. Yeah, I don't care if basically everyone has one now. Like, I don't care. It's still really cool. It's still a massive achievement, especially for creators like us that are building our content around emotional connection and human interaction and just making good in content that we're just passionate about. You know, like our idols used to, like our favorite creators used to. We make content because we grew up on those people. We grew up on Markiplier. We grew up on Jack. We grew up on those creators that like just any number that we look up to, and we genuinely felt a part of something back then. We did. At least I did. Content creation back then made people feel like they belonged somewhere. It wasn't just the gaming, it wasn't just the content, it was the community. We felt like we had a place where we belonged. I think that there's a genuine need for that content and that people really connect with it. It's just a matter of breaking through the algorithm. Jelly, creator to creator, I think genuinely, there is a serious desire from people for content like this. And I see it and I know it's there because of my own audience, because of the few people we've already picked up, because of you and me finding each other, and May and Chizu and all of our friends. We know that it's there. It's just a matter of finding a way to break past that shell, you know, that algorithm. It's just a matter of getting through that first checkpoint and then we're good. And it's a really hard thing to do. It really is. Probably one of the most impossible careers we could have picked. Man, it's difficult, isn't it? It's a tough one. This is what we had to choose? Yeah, hell yeah, it is. Aren't we glad we did? It's hard to do, but it's not impossible. God, the reward, the growth, the community, the people. It'll be so worth it. It already is. I'd say it already is. And it has the potential to be so much more. You know what's crazy, Shelly? I feel like um I kind of could just tell just interacting with you that you're a passionate person, that you have a lot of the same feelings I do about content creation. Um you have the same like moral compass pretty much. I could feel it, you know? You know what I mean? You could just tell that someone is passionate. You can kind of just tell when someone's genuine. Once you make enough good friends and you find enough good people, it gets a lot easier to tell.
世に任せよ。方向一閃。さあ舞い上がれ。
Skip, skip, skip. Go through it all. Don't care, don't care, don't care. I just want my rewards. Don't care about any of this. Until procrastination, tiredness from work, and family stuff weighs your motivation down. Yep. For me, it's just the uncertainty. It really is. It's just the knowing that while the possibilities are insane and the reward and the community that we can build for putting this work, it's hard to consistently put in so much effort and energy to being a positive influence on myself and other people and consistently do that. It's really hard. It's really hard to fight these emotional battles and just keep going, you know, because you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel of content creation. You don't. It's completely uncertain. We can do everything we possibly can to do everything right. We can make all the right choices. We can do all the things you're supposed to do to be a good content creator. We can make all the changes and make great content. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's luck. It's uncertain. No matter how hard you try, you're only increasing your odds by doing all of that. You're not guaranteeing that you're going to find success in content creation. You're just increasing your odds. And that uncertainty would get to anyone when you are being asked to put in so much effort and so much emotion for basically nothing in return. The return is pretty much just the enjoyment and the journey. That's pretty much it. But like nowadays that journey and enjoyment doesn't pay the bills, and that's a hard fact for a lot of people to come to terms with.
影と舞い踊る。いでよ。
And it's hard to find a separation between passion and all that. That was the thing we talked about a bit with May.
星間取り払え。へい。天の先へ。
Shelly's probably looking at this like, what the hell is even going on? I don't know either, bro. I'm the one playing the game. I don't know any more than you do. That's not true. It's just, yeah, there's a lot. A lot visually. It's just the event. It's always like this. This event especially is like very chaotic. It's just a lot going on. Yeah, it's hard to maintain that motivation. You just have to go bit by bit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is just bit by bit. And the thing is that I was saying, like, I got like 15 new subs randomly on my YouTube, and you would think that's small. It is. Oh yeah, 15 is absolutely nothing. Water in the bucket. But for me, it's absolutely everything. And it's telling me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing everything right. And I don't need to worry that much. I just need to keep going. It's about maintaining that momentum. It's about keeping that pace and staying consistent. You know? It's not any one thing that I should be doing other than just do what I like.
世に
Do
任
what I
せよ。
enjoy. If my viewers are enjoying the content
舞い踊る。
and they keep watching and they keep stopping by and you know we have a lot of fun, then as long as I enjoy it, that's all that matters. And it'll just happen. The growth is kind of random and sudden. Like you can't really ever plan for it. There is no planning. There's no certainty at all. There's no knowing. It just kind of happens. You just kind of have to do things with the assumption that eventually it will, and the hope that it eventually will. You don't ever know. There is no way to know, and that's the sucky part. Everyone's always looking for answers on like, am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? What am I supposed to do to grow as a content creator? What can I do to improve my content? Yada yada yada. Like all these questions we have without any definitive answers. And even the people who have made it can't tell you what it is they did exactly that made it work. They can't tell you. They don't even know, dude. It just kind of happens. Even to them, it just does. They don't have answers because it's not because they don't want to tell us or any reason. It's just because there's so much nuance and so much randomness and so much luck. You can't know if content's gonna work or not. It just kind of does. It'll just happen. Like I didn't expect there to randomly be 15 subs on my YouTube. Like it's like I didn't expect it. I didn't do anything different. I just did collabs with you and May and Konoro. I didn't do anything different. I've been doing collabs forever. I mean, like the topic in game were different, but the content didn't change, and yet for some reason it just worked. Yapping? Like, you say that like it's a bad thing. You say that like you don't expect me to continue yapping for 8 hours. Like, hello? It's almost like you haven't been watching me for a year. You waiting for me to not be yapping? Is that what you want? I mean, I can shut up for the next 4 hours. I don't think you want that. I do need water though. That's what I need. I have been talking and drinking water. I can feel it. You thought I said I want to do art today? Well, things change and I'm probably going to do art later. I mean, I might, but I figured I couldn't do art on Spicy's model and also have an emotional conversation, like a deep emotional conversation at the same time. Because whatever I'm drawing doesn't match the emotion I'm feeling. You know how that works. I draw what I feel. If I'm not feeling what I'm drawing, I can't draw. That's kind of how it works. It's a model for Spicy. If I'm in a shitty mood, I can't draw his model. Like, I figured that, yeah, at some point after the conversation, I'll probably feel better and then we can get to art. But like today's kind of just that time where people can come in and talk and, share stuff. Yeah, I say that I'm going to do something all the time and then I do something different because it kind of just happens. How it is. Sometimes plans change. Like I felt like I was just too burdened today. Like I've had a lot weighing on my mind for the past couple weeks and today it just got excessive, you know. I didn't plan for that. It's an emotional thing. It just kind of happened. I couldn't have known that that was going to happen.
世に任せよ。横島に取り払え。さあ、逃げ切れるかな。
But I also didn't want to make today about like just like, being upset and yada yada and just talking about whatever's on my mind. It's not necessarily a negative thing. And as long as I put a spin on it for myself and for all of you and try to find a hopeful solution or just change my mindset, then I mean, ultimately that was the goal today. Like you've been around long enough. You've been around long for my conversations where I'm always just talking about whatever's like beating me up, and nothing this time is necessarily doing that. Like I don't feel bad. It's just that I'm exhausted because it takes a whole lot of energy to keep feeling good. and keep the positivity. And I know that a lot of people feel that way, and today is kind of a opportunity for people to share that and just relate to it. These streams, Lamb, are a reminder to people, to you, to my audience, that we don't just play games, we don't just joke. This means a lot more to me and to all of you than just games. That's why you're here. Yeah, we joke, we say stupid stuff a lot. We're doing fun stuff all the time, yapping about stupid stuff, but not all the time. Sometimes things get a little heavy, and that's okay. And if it's not for someone, that's why I put a warning and say, hey, I decided to talk about some stuff today. If that's not your speed, then, join in later and it'll probably be over by then. But that's why I started earlier, to give me more time so that when you guys show up later, we'll be doing something else. I might do our art later, after the conversation, when the moment's done. But it seemed like people needed it today. I needed it today. So,
世に任せよ。
you know. Like, I've been dealing with this since I started working on my model, dude. This has been building up, and it just kind of got too much today. And you know what? That's okay.
世に帰れ。
That's kind of just what I do, man. It's like a car. This journey is like being in a car. I gotta keep filling up the tank. And me burning all this energy, doing this content creation, going on this journey and being uncertain about the future and not knowing even where I'm heading. I'm on this highway going as fast as I can to get to the end that I'm not even certain of. I don't even know what the end is, and yet I'm driving towards it. And I just keep going. And I'm told to just keep driving. Just keep going, don't stop. But yet I'm not sure that I'll even reach the end. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'll get there. And yet I just have to keep driving. And sometimes the tank gets empty. So I come to stream to talk about it, to refill the tank, so that I can keep driving. I don't have infinite energy. I'm a person too. Sometimes it gets a little too much, That's what my content's about. Sometimes it's okay. And for me, it happens a lot. But you know what? I struggle with a lot of things. That's
世に
kind
任
of
せよ。
the reason I started streaming in the first place, is that I'm dealing with a lot. If I was in if I was in a much better place, I probably never would have started streaming.
変えるため
I only started because I was in rock bottom. That's the only reason I did.
取り払え。
If I was doing way better, if I wasn't dealing with the problems that I started streaming to fix, then I probably would have been in medical, or I probably would have still done veterinary, or I would have been better in school.
世に帰れ。
I would have done something else.
失礼。逃げ切れるかな。
Like, streaming is just a attempt to try and fix those problems and get to a point in my life where I'm proud of something I've done.
の先へ。方向一閃。
And now I can use that to help other people. Instead of just fixing the problem, now I can go on this journey with other people
の先へ。
and inspire them to help themselves too. That's what I always say. Like, I feel like my content's so much more than you know. So much more than that. That's what I want it to be. That's why I work so hard to get it there, you know. Do everything I can to build that connection with people and provide the opportunities for people to grow. Because games are fun, but nothing compares to that feeling. Nothing even comes close to that feeling. Yeah, I mean, WoW is just easy because it's a background game. And that's what I do, man. When it's an emotional thing, like last time I had a conversation like this. I think last stream I did something like this. We were playing Borderlands. Some random shit, man. It's just whatever like mindless game I'm playing at the time is usually what ends up as the background to whatever thing I'm doing, you know? If I'm drawing an emotional piece, then I'll have an emotional talk while I'm drawing it, but right now, I didn't want to start a third drawing because I have my model that I'm doing, which I can't stream yet until it's done. Um, and I have Spicy's model that I started now. I didn't want to do another third project just for today. So instead we're playing Wuwa. I'm gonna grind the event before it's over anyway. Like I'm almost done with it. And there's like I think 16 days left on it. So I'm just getting what I can done before the event's over and they start the next patch, which is out pretty soon. I gotta get all my gems from my next waifu, you know? We're not done. I got Phoebe. Now I gotta wait for the next one to come out that I'm probably gonna grind for whoever it is. I don't know how to play Camellia. I don't know what she does. Okay, so like she swings around and spins. She's Spider-Man, got it. I don't know what Lumi does either. Oh, Kiokona, there we go. That's one I know. Do that one. Yeah, it's only been a couple hours, so I mean, we still have plenty of stream where we'll probably go do some artwork. And then I think what we'll do is if I'm doing artwork, I want to play music while we're doing it. So um I'll hang out with YouTube for a while we're going, and then once we're done talking, we can go do some artwork. Once the mood's back up, you know. I know Abyss wanted to talk about AI, I think. That's what he was saying earlier. I haven't seen him swing by yet. He's probably watching Yokai still. Yeah, that's what it is, Lamb. but I mean, you know this. You've been around a long while, longer than most people here, so I mean, you know that like I try to keep the community as a home for people because for a lot of people it is. What does she even do? I don't even know. I don't know how to play this character. You're just listening? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. People don't necessarily need to say anything. If you're just here to listen to it and comforting to people, that's all that matters. As long as it helps people and brings some level of comfort, that's all that matters, you know. Just eating while you watch? Hell yeah. What are you eating? I had pancakes earlier myself. And then I got pot pie to eat later too. Oh, you know what's crazy? Yokai tried to tell me that the Wuwa characters aren't attractive. Like, hello? Hell yeah, they are. What do you mean? Just look at Kyokona. Pasta and ribs? Hell yeah, dude. I haven't had ribs in years. I'm not, like, big on them just because I don't like messy food usually. But, like, they're good. I like steak, though. Who doesn't like steak? Oh. Yeah, I mean, like, I've just been drained so much. And I thought that it was maybe my sleep. I thought that maybe it was, stress. And I guess it is stress a bit. It's just stress because, like, um, just maintaining the attitude, maintaining the motivation. It's not easy to do. Yeah, I don't like messy foods, dude. Get your fingers in it? No. Like I eat most things with forks or with chopsticks. I don't usually use my hands. I barely eat with my hands, dude. Or fingers, I guess. Because yeah, I use my hands to hold the chopstick. I don't touch my food, dude. Barely. Thorn front blade. Sure. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Gian is so broken, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean the struggle's real. I already talked about the creator side of things plenty with May and Konoro, where it's like just it's a problem every content creator has to deal with, where like it's just the uncertainty and having to put up so much energy and um time and often money to do this without knowing if it's ever gonna work. And there's no way to know. Yeah, that would mess with anyone. It's like it's the same thing as doing a dead end job. It's like you just know that it's not going to go anywhere. But at least with that, you know that you're probably not going to get a manager position and you're probably not going to get that raise. At least with that you're more certain. With content creation, there is no certainty. There's effectively none, and that would put strain on anyone. Yeah, sometimes it's a lot for me, but it's okay because that's why we talk about it. It's all right to just go, hey, yeah, like I was gonna do something today. Maybe I had a collab planned, but like, stress or something getting to me. It kind of happens. Shit happens, and it's totally fine. I mean, like, there's always tomorrow. That's the neat thing is that if whatever I don't do today, I can always do tomorrow. If I haven't worked on my model in a while, so I mean, like whatever I don't do now, I'll just do another day. If I push myself too much, then it's only gonna get worse. It was really nice of Asuka to come by and talk. That was neat. It's cool to see new faces that come in for streams like this and then are connected to it so much that they stick around. It's always nice when I see new faces during streams like this and they come in and talk, and I mean they haven't seen it before. This is the first time seeing me, so like it leaves a very strong impression. I love it. That's why I love doing it so much. The conversations we get to have. Like, there's people that feel like me. Holy shit, really? I'm not the only one? Damn, bro. Where were all of you? That's nice. Yeah. And see, like, maybe I helped her. I don't know. I don't know. I like to think I did. Yeah. Maybe I made someone's day. Did she sub? I don't know. You mean follow? Yes. Yeah, follow. Yeah. This is very sweet. See, that's why, like, I just there's a difference between when people are coming in for streams like this and obviously game streams, because like people are there for the games, they're there for the fun, and there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, of course not. Most of our streams were just having fun and goofing off. I mean, we literally just did a collab with Shelly. We literally just did one. So, you know, and it was dumb fun. It was a whole lot of fun. We're gonna have a blast editing it and making videos. You know, it's a difference when I have conversations with people on games and we're having fun and cracking jokes, and when we're sitting down like this to just interact and talk about some of the heavy stuff. A big difference because this leaves a long-lasting impact. And so does playing games, so does hanging out, of course, because people watch streamers that play games and do stuff like that for um the comfort, you know, the escape or whatever, or just to laugh. Whatever reason you guys have for watching streams. But like the impact that that has versus days like this where they come in for the first time and they see me just having an emotional conversation and just being a person and being genuine. Very big impact that it has on people, and I love it. I find the best people that way too. Like, that's how I make all of my lasting friends. That was dumb. Alright, anyway. Weird little mini game. Yeah, usually because streams like this, I make the most friends out of it. Like, or like at least the most genuine connections with people. I mean, it's kind of how I made friends with you, man. Yeah, we met through Eternal Return, but that's not why you stayed. At least not anymore. I haven't played that game since the May collab. I mean, you said it yourself. You're here to watch me grow. Blam. Stay for the digital fairy. Don't. No, that's not gonna catch on. Shut up. Only you call me that. Nobody else is gonna catch on to that. Stop it. I'll let you guys have Unclest, but come on. Digital fairy. That doesn't even work with my next design. Gion's so broken. Give me more Gion. That's what I need. More Gion. Okay. Stay for the maid outfit. Yeah, as if that's ever gonna happen. We'll see. It might. The hope. Yeah, the hope that one day. Hey, you know what? I don't see why not. If we get to the point where like I make such massive growth, there's literally no reason why you guys don't deserve it, right? I will say that much. If this channel really grows and we really get somewhere and this community becomes something special, I don't see why I don't deserve to give you that. Or why I shouldn't, you know? Maybe one day it will, Lamb. Maybe one day. I'm not gonna say that it won't forever. I mean, shit, man. If I don't draw it, someone else will. That's the thing. It's like, which one would I rather have? Fan artists putting me in a maid outfit, or would I rather draw it myself? I think I'd rather have them do it, because the more I think about it, I'm like, if I draw it myself, I'm only incentivizing them to draw it more, aren't I? If more than one asks, yeah, you're the only one that's asking for it. Even when Chizu did a maid outfit of me, because she did do one. Like, I think you're the only one that saw it. Yeah, we get to a point where I can use that as a reward. I mean that I did say one time, and I didn't say it just for the memes. I said it because, like, genuinely, if we get to a point where I'm at like a certain level of follows, and like there's a I don't know, like, I'm not gonna say that there's a number that we need to get at. That's not the point, because I'm not gonna like push people to get there or encourage it. It's really just about feels when we get to a point where we feel like it's the time, you know? When when the time comes, we'll know. When the time is right, we'll know that Maid Kai comes out, but we'll see. That is such a big reward that, like, I would want to use that for something big. Because I wouldn't just draw it, I probably would be rigging it too. I'd probably make it part of my model, make a whole outfit, and that's a lot of work, you know? So it's not just the maid outfit, it's the fact that I probably would go above and beyond with it too. I'm not just gonna give you a drawing. No, 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 of course. You know who I am. You know me. I'm not just gonna stop at a drawing. If I'm gonna make the model, I'm gonna need enough incentive to do it, because that's a lot of work, bro. I'm having a hard enough time making the one that I am making. Yeah, I'll do it. We'll get there. We'll see. It's gonna be a hell of a time when I do. Oh, the internet will never let it down. They will forever call me the maid furry. Because they're not gonna stop at maid either. Yeah, I know you guys. I know you well. That's the thing. Because I've become friends with most of you, I know you pretty damn well, and I know you're not gonna stop at maid. Really? You think you would? Yeah, no, you're just gonna move on to the next thing. It's not gonna stop. It's just one thing after the next. Because if you can get made, what can't you get? You know? How far can you go? If the reward for 1,000 subs is maid outfit, then what's the reward for another 1,000, you know? 10,000, 100. Or if that many people ask for it. Yeah, like if enough people ask for it, honestly, then what am I supposed to do? Oh god, visual clutter. Oh Jesus. You know what I wonder? What am I gonna do for Christmas, man? I have no idea what I'm gonna do for Christmas. Like, I don't have anything specific. Obviously, I'm gonna be spending the morning with my family, but I'm pretty sure my mom works that day, so we're gonna do what we always do and probably just spend the morning, opening presents, doing our old Christmas stuff, and then the rest of the day we just spend with the things we got or whatever we have planned, work, jobs, you know, stream. It's what should I stream? Should I do a cam stream and just show you guys all like everything I got? See if I get anything. I mean,
警戒を怠る
that's another thing. I don't even care. Like, my mom hasn't asked me if I want anything, so I don't know what we're doing for Christmas. Maybe I should ask. I don't know. If she didn't ever celebrate it, honestly, if my parents and my family never really celebrated Christmas, I don't know that I would. Like, it's not, holidays just aren't that big of a deal to me usually. I mean, the only one I care about, I've said before, is Halloween. That's about the only one I care about. Just because I like the vibes. I like the costumes, I like the candy, the vibes, the movies, the music. Secret Santa? Oh my god, no. I've done that before, and it can be really fun, and it also can suck. You're doing it with your family? Okay. I was gonna say, like, I was thought you were saying we should do that. No. Fuck no, of course not. I'm already terrified to open a P.O. box. That would be scary. One day I'll do that. I've always wanted to do that because I've seen plenty of creators that will open boxes for their fans so that you can send stuff. Um, I would do that eventually. The only thing is that like PO boxes take a lot of money to have. Like I have my mom's truck that I could use to get all the stuff. Like I could get to it and get all the things, but like having one open takes a lot of money, especially if you want a big one to receive larger gifts. And I would have to obviously set some rules for it too. So, you know, I don't know. I think I would wait till I'm bigger to do something like that. That would be like another thing for the future. But I do want to do one in the future eventually because it's so fun. What's not fun about opening random shit from people? Of course. And of course finding all the femboy things. Got to get it out of the way. I think the first year I would open a PO box would just be full of femboy stuff for sure. For sure. And I know it's there. I just got to get it out of the way.
警戒を怠るな
Get it out of the way. Wear the socks so that
覚
everyone
悟しや
shuts
風
up.
に乗れこれでどう
You know Alpha Red? How he just wears the cat ears and he just deals with it? Yeah. Just do it. Get it over with. No point in fighting it. They're only gonna ask more.
止められるものか
You think? I do. I do think
ど
that.
こに手うがつ
Not you,
風に乗れ
Lamb. Absolutely. If you could, you would. You know you would. Absolutely you would. Look, if we get like 3 years from now and I'm finally doing a PO box and you have the opportunity after that long and you're still there, I mean, that's commitment, brother. You got to go all the way. You're still there committed to the femboy bit by then. I mean, you finally get your opportunity. Why wouldn't you take it?
警戒を怠るな。とどみに刻め。さ止められるものか。
Get him, Gian. Use your broken abilities. Yeah. Ridiculous numbers that he has no right doing. Yeah.
これでどう
God, Kiakona. I wanted Kiakona so bad. I wasn't here for when she released. Huh.
止められるものか。これで決める。
Look at the damage he does. Holy shit. And I know it's like the event, but like
恐れなし。
even in normal combat he's kind of
ま
broken.
だ戦い。風に乗れ。
Dear God. Oh, the goodbye health bar.
兵器だ。
Goodbye health bar.
止められるものか。風に乗れ。
Oh my lord.
局を開く。
Stupid broken. Yeah, we'll finish what we're doing and then we can go do some artwork, I think. I gotta pick a pose for Spicy's model too. I haven't settled on one. Yeah, you're just waiting to see what Spicy looks like so you can get ready for the fan artists because you know they're gonna do it. That's the thing. He heard that I wanted to give him a model, and of course I asked him because you know I wanted him to pick the design because it's his model. So I had to ask him, and I feel like he's designing it knowing all the reasons why he's doing it. He picked the body shape, not because he likes it, but just also because like he knows that it's a pain in the butt. And he also knows that the fan artists are going to go wild because he's making his character very attractive on purpose. He just knows that if he has a canon appearance, that I'm never going to get out of it, and the fan artists will just find that as an opportunity. And he gets a kick out of it. The shit he does to me. Alright, how many pulls do I have? I think I already got all the pulls out of the event. I mean, that's the main thing I'm doing it for. Oh, I have enough for a 10 pull. What's Phoebe's constellation again?
祈りですか？本日も
What's her constellation? When an absolution, resonance, liberation, dawn of enlightenment now increases damage multiplier by 480% instead of 255. When in confession, resonance, liberation, dawn of enlightenment increases damage multiplier by 90% and applies spectre frazzle to the targets with the maximum stacks targets can receive. What's resonance liberation? Hold on. Oh, right. Her, hmm, that's her ultimate. Uh, oh, it's just the damage multiplier of her ultimate? Oh, okay. Not her overall damage. Yeah, it's just her absolution stance. And instead of only applying 8 frazzle, it applies 10. That's not that great. That's not worth it. You gonna go skedaddle? All right, brother. Have a good one. You can get through the workday. I know you can. You got this.
大きくなれ。
Even as chaotic as it is. Yeah, I'm prepping to do some artwork anyway. So we'll swap over there. All right, YouTube, as I'm closing out, you guys know the drill. I'll still be on Twitch. We're just gonna be listening to the music, and I'm not wanting to get BMCA hammered, so I'll be on Twitch if you guys want to see me over there. We're just doing some artwork, and we'll kind of move away from the heavier topics. But if you guys really need to talk, or if you need anything, just let me know. Seriously. Like, I know how lonely people are, especially now this time of the year, and how much a single conversation can make a
祈り
difference
で
for
すか？
people. If you really need to reach out, you can absolutely do so. And of course, I encourage getting help and
世は
professional,
必
you know.
ずや答えましょ
It's
う。
always there if you need it, but I know a lot of people simply just need someone to talk to, and usually that's enough. So I'm always here. You just let me know. It doesn't have to be on stream. Whatever you're comfortable with. You just let me know what you need, and I'm there. So otherwise, I will see you guys around. Hopefully, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Um, yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I need to do anything else. All right, we'll swap over to our work, and I'll see you guys around soon. All right, take care, YouTube.